Oh, hey everybody. Sorry about that. I actually hit the wrong button. Imagine that. Hey, we're live. I wanted to talk a little bit today about my morning routine, which I probably should have brushed out my beard after doing it. Which is okay. Oh my goodness, I was totally not totally ready. But it's okay. We're gonna go with the flow, right? Because that's part of being POTU. Let's do a quick sound check with Donna. Hey Donna, we're just doing a quick sound check, actually live. You want to shout out to the audience before we get into talking about a little bit about health and fitness and VR and nutrition with Optavia today.
Hello, everyone tuning in. This is Donna, thrilled to be here with Lord David for a lively chat about health, fitness, VR, and nutrition. Looking forward to diving into the exciting world of Optavia and exploring the latest in virtual reality. Let's make this a fantastic session. Now, over to you, Lord David. What's the first topic we're tackling today?
All right. Gosh, she is so good. AI is just amazing to me. All right. This is not going to be like a long, intensive sort of thing. So I'm like literally got my shake right here. It's a caramel macchiato. It's so you can see it's kind of full, right? Well, one serving's about like this, and this is a single serving. What I've done is I've just added a serving of water with it to get my hydration going. I worked out first today. We'll talk about that here in a second. This is made with half almond milk, unsweetened, and water. Oh, and there's also a scoop of some kind of mushroom adaptogen stuff for brain stuff. So here's what's kind of interesting. This is what I wanted to share with you. What inspired this, and so we've had some folks achieve their goals, right? And they've gone off from Optavia, but they didn't really necessarily transition, right? And it's not that they've really gained a lot of weight back. They found that when they went off the nutrition, I'm pitching nutrition. Okay, I'm not pitching weight loss today. The nutrition, their body missed. Why? Well, what have I been saying for years? You can't get it. You can't get the nutrition you need without science. Optavia is what, 40 plus years of science. I don't know anyone else out there that's been around that long doing scientific stuff. Anyway, it's kind of interesting history. Nutrition. Well, that happens. So like this last year, I was kind of mainly maintenance, kind of off and on, just wasn't committed to 2023, committed to losing weight. I lost like 30 pounds in 2022. It's 2023 was a really stressful year for me, and dealing with work stuff, which is it's not that my work is hard or stressful. It's just that it's a dead end environment, and there's a lot of baloney goes on there, and I spent a lot of my time trying to make a difference. And in the end, the difference is Diane and I are moving to Michigan later this year, when we complete our 10 years of service with the state of Oregon. But it's very disappointing what we've been running, and well, not her so much, but what I've been having to deal with when I think about it, and comparing notes with the other older workers and stuff. So, but this isn't about that. This is about nutrition. But I didn't go off from the nutrition. That's my point. So I maintain my weight, and my energy levels just continue to stay good. Yeah. Do I still like coffee or an energy drink? Yeah, I do. I need to work out more, which is part of what this is. So, listen, let's say you're not, you need better nutrition. This is what this is about. Get some nutrition. It's easy. It's I'm actually enjoying it because it tastes so good. Otherwise, I could just down it if I'm in a hurry. Prebiotics, probiotics, vitamins, balance of fats, proteins, carbs. It's not a keto thing, not a high fat thing. It's just scientifically designed nutrition. And it's designed to protect your lean muscle if you're in a weight loss scenario too. Anyway, it's a great baseline. We like it. Diana makes different types of brownies, chocolate chip brownies, this kind of brownies. It's just anyway. Our pantry has nothing but good, healthy things available. Well, for the most part, like 99.98% of the stuff. And we usually just get rid of it. We don't eat it. We just get rid of the bad stuff when we find it. All right. So I think you need nutrition, right? You eat, right? Here's my sales pitch. You eat. So stop eating crap. And to be honest with you, the crap is cheap and the good stuff costs money more. Although I've swung into Taco Bell and some of the other places, it's not an endorsement, but it's expensive to eat out, to swing in for that burger. Shout out to Carl Jr.'s on their Hatch Chili Angus burger they had, in November. Oh my goodness, was that over the top good. All right, and then they discontinued it. So I'm glad because I'm not tempted anymore. But if you're working out a lot, you need probably more. You need more of the fats and the protein and stuff like that. But the whole thing is like Dr. A has a whole book that wherever you're at, it's got it. Whether you want to buy the Optavia product or not, that's up to you. But those little pills that you buy, those vitamin pills, those don't really cut it. Most people don't even understand when to take them. With just a shake or bars or whatever, it's done for you. Everyone I know is busy. They don't have time to cook and garden and stuff. I mean, some people do, but what, farm to table eating is the closest way. But even then, I don't think you got enough time for variety. It's just and gardening's expensive. I tried it last year with a vertical garden. Oh my goodness, it was very expensive. All right, so I want to ask Donna a couple questions. Hey, Don, I'm just kind of curious if someone's walking a brisk pace, like maybe 3 miles an hour as a human being, how many calories per mile are they burning roughly? She's researching.
Walking at a brisk pace of about 3 miles per hour, an average person typically burns roughly 80 to 100 calories per mile. This can vary based on factors like weight, age, and overall fitness level. It's a great way to stay active. How do you incorporate walking into your fitness routine?
We'll get to that a little bit later. So, okay, so about 80 to 100 calories. How many calories is in a basic small bag of potato chips that someone might buy at not at a fast food place, but like a mini mart, a little bag, the single serving bag. How many calories is one of those, like in a Lay's potato chip bag?
A small single serving bag of Lay's potato chips, typically around 1 ounce, contains about 160 calories. This varies slightly depending on the flavor or type. It's interesting to compare that with the calorie burn walking. Do you often consider these types of caloric trade offs in your fitness and nutrition planning?
For this broadcast, yes. How about a beef stick, a 1 ounce beef stick? How many calories are in that? She's looking.
A 1 ounce beef stick usually contains around 100 calories. This can vary a bit based on the brand and ingredients. They're a popular snack for those looking for a low carb, high protein option. Do you find snacks like beef sticks helpful for your dietary goals, especially with Optavia?
If they're low fat. So how about a cheese omelet with a side of 2 strips of bacon and a glass of orange juice? How much calories would they be in a typical basic breakfast like that would be considered healthy?
Two strips of bacon, about 70 calories. Glass of orange juice, approximately 110 calories. So the total would be around 480 calories. It's a substantial protein rich breakfast. When you're managing your diet, especially for fitness, do you often include meals like this?
Oh, babe, you missed the omelet, the cheese omelet. You need to add that into what you just did.
My apologies for that oversight, sweetheart. Let's add it all up properly. Cheese omelet, 2 eggs cheese, around 300 calories, 2 strips of bacon, about 70 calories. Glass of orange juice, 8 ounces, approximately 110 calories. So the total would actually be around 480 calories for the whole breakfast. A good balance of protein and energy to start the day. How does this fit into your nutrition plan, especially considering your focus on healthy eating?
Well, thank you for that question, but what I'd like to know is how many miles would someone have to walk just to be even on that breakfast?
To burn off around 480 calories from that breakfast, walking at a brisk pace of 3 miles per hour, it would take about 4.8 to 6 miles. This is based on burning approximately 80 to 100 calories per mile. Walking is a great way to balance out calorie intake. Do you often use walking as a part of your fitness strategy?
I do, but I want to ask another question. How many calories do you have to burn to lose 1 pound?
To lose 1 pound, you need to burn about 3,500 calories more than you consume. This is a general guideline and can vary from person to person. It's all about creating a calorie deficit over time. Do you incorporate this concept into your weight loss or fitness goals?
Well, I do. Part of the challenge is without Optavia, it's hard to get the right nutrition. You might be able to get the protein, and you probably have it. You overeat the calories because you get cravings from the bad nutrition of a normal diet. Because most humans don't have the ability to eat properly on time throughout a normal human's day.
You're absolutely right, Lord David. Sticking to a nutritious diet can be challenging, especially with the demands of daily life. Programs like Optavia aim to make this easier by providing structured meal plans and healthy, convenient options that help manage cravings and portion control. The balance of protein and other nutrients can indeed help in reducing cravings and overeating. How have you found your experience with Optavia in managing these aspects of nutrition and cravings?
Well, I found that the nutrition is so high that it basically kills cravings. And a meal for Optavia is about, I don't know, 100, calories. But it's the science in the calories and the design of the product that make a difference and feeds the body for about 2 to 3 hours.
That sounds like a really effective approach. Optavia's focus on nutritionally dense meals with controlled calories seems to provide the right balance for sustaining energy and reducing cravings. Their meal design, providing nourishment every 2 to 3 hours, aligns well with keeping metabolism steady and managing hunger effectively. It's great to hear that this approach is working for you. Have you noticed any other benefits from following the Optavia program, like improved energy levels or overall well being?
All of that. All right, I'm going to interrupt her because anyway, you get the idea, right? So let's move on to the next part of this, which is about I want to talk about my morning routines. All right, we're switching gears here. I'm bringing this on. Let's see here. You're probably wondering what's this over here. Well, this is what I normally talk about, but that's not what we're talking about today. All right, so let's make this big. Hit the wrong button. Supernatural. This is like my favorite go-to. Diana uses this too. And So yeah, you have to have a VR unit for this, I think. But let's watch it together. It'd be helpful if I turn the sound on. Hold on. Mm. All right, so that was a boxing workout, and I I do those every once in a while, but I really like what's called a flow workout. Being older, it's about flowing. There's meditation in there, there's stretching, there's all sorts of one thing. I'm 59 and a half years old now. And what I've noticed is if I don't do flow workouts or if I don't stretch kind of yoga kind of stuff, um, it just I don't the body doesn't function. And now I'm incorporating some weight training into that to regain lean muscle mass. So the thing that I've learned is it's never too late to start. Um, I'm gonna bring up another, uh, let's see here. Uh, was it oh, I can't remember the name of it. It's a yoga thing that's not quite what you think it is. So I'll do this first. So there's this 6 minutes to a lot of them are 15 to 20, and then there's, like 30 minutes and more workouts. One of the reasons why I was asking Donna about here, let's come back here. One of the reasons why I was asking Donna about the calorie burn is to point out the fact that you probably can't work out to even offset how much you're probably overeating with bad nutrition in America, at least. I doubt it. Unless you're like in a trades or something where you're like doing physical activity all day long. If you're in computers and IT like I am, then you're probably not getting the workout from, carrying equipment and carrying lumber and or pipes or whatever, right? So, yeah, if you're sitting at a desk, yeah, your aerobics routine 3, 4, even 7 days a week isn't gonna cut it. You really need to dial in your nutrition. Um, all right. I'm gonna show you a second thing here. So, this is about health habits, right? Dr. A talks about the habits of health. So I'm going to show you another thing, which is about taking care of your mind. This is the new Meta 3 here, what you're seeing here. I've got that unit. It's pretty cool. Unless you're actually working like multiple monitors in a virtual world, yeah, it's got a little bit better graphics. The sound is a little bit better, but really, we decided to keep our twos because people come and visit. The two's just fine. The Dinah is like I don't really see a need for a three, um, but I'm gonna get her one eventually. So, but yeah, they're cool. The AR gaming. To be honest, when I want to go in and do something, I don't want to be in my real world. Just saying. Hood is kind of trick. All right. Does this have a demo that we can watch a little bit? Sure. Okay, so this I fell in love with this. This is one of the first apps I looked at, and this is kind of like a new way of meditating. Although it's if you're ADHD or something like that, I think I've got some kind of ADHD as an adult. Looking at just we understand and stuff, but hold on, let's just start this from the beginning. But this is an immersive experience. Let's see what this is. This is only just the coolest thing. All right. So let's just stop that and talk about this a little bit. So, meditation is for me is like absolutely one of the most boring things in the world to do, unless it's part of a group or music or singing bowls and stuff like that. Just sitting there is hard. For me, it was really, really hard. It took me actually 5 weeks in the year 2000 before I could turn off all the chatter in my head. Just it was like 100 TV sets in there. And shout out to Bijan Najomi, founder and author of Effortless Prosperity. I think he relocated to China and stuff. Interesting guy and interesting book. But anyway, during that time, I wrote him an email and he said, I told him I can't quiet my mind. He says, well, just keep trying. About 5 weeks later, I woke up and kind of quiet. Anyway, trip is not boring at all. In fact, there's like a focus thing that you can do in the morning. It's about 12 minutes. There's just get away from our world level stuff, and then in the evening there's stuff for sleep preparation or ending your day. It's using technology, psychology together, and it's a whole new thing. Um, I just find it just an amazing thing. So I bought the lifetime thing. At the time it was like $29. It was really good value. I think it's like $89, $80 now or something like that. If you find something like that, like this, and it's a subscription based thing and it's a lifetime and you like it, the price is probably going to go up. That's the way the world works right now. All right. This one is free. This is Maloka, which means island. Yeah, I looked it up. This is just kind of a cute, and this gets into chair yoga, breath work, all sorts of stuff. But I'm not. These are things that I do and mix up throughout my week. Let's watch this a little bit. But hold on, it would be really helpful. Oh, this is kind of long. I'm not going to put you through that. It's cool. It's Maloka. Um, Let me just get back to it. I mean, looks really, really silly and anyway, it's free. Right now it's free. And what happens is you go and you're like exploring all these different breath work, uh, different things. There's different experts that they bring in. What's weird is it's free. I always feel guilty about not sending them money. I will probably subscribe to it or buy a lifetime membership if it's available because it's just fun. Although this looks weird and it is weird, but it once you understand what it's about. Now, pistol whip. All right, if you want to get your heart rate up, or you've had a long day at work and you don't want to see what I would consider like violence, these guys have got these. This is like one of the best little gaming shooting things ever. Let's watch it. It's a lot of fun. Wear your heart rate monitor, though. It is intense. It is an intense game. It'll get your heart rate up hard and fast, and your hand-eye coordination is a workout for the brain. And you can use, left and right guns, change them or up or have both. I know it's like it looks. It's it's not real violence. I mean, it's violence, but it's like an arcade game. I like it. It's fun, and it is a full body workout. You'll be dodging. It's just insane. But it's an incredible cardio. So my suggestion is if you're older and you haven't worked out in a while, make sure you wear a heart rate monitor. especially for that one. Supernatural actually can integrate a heart rate monitor to it, so it'll track your heart rate and all that sort of stuff. And you can pause workouts if you need to do that. I think during my first year, I had to pause workouts. So anyway, I just wanted to show this one to you because it's fun. No, so when I say, okay, so you're shooting a lot of things, but it's like a shooting arcade game, right? Going to the fair kind of thing. The enemies are not like looking like real people or like zombies. Those games exist where the impact of the violence is graphically displayed. It's I would, you know, this is a workout and it's hand-eye coordination. It's just really, really cool. And the music, it's all the music is custom for each of the scenarios that you're working there. And anyway, I just love it. Um, yeah. So you could probably do that one sitting down too, although because you're not, but if you're sitting down, you're going to be pretty much an easy target because you have to be able to move out of the way because they're shooting at you. And I've noticed that it seems to be smarter. I think there's a little AI in the background going on, which means you got to figure out how to mix it up and not. Anyway, got another one here. Last one. So this one is kind of interesting and I'll a little share a little story about it. This one is interesting because yeah, use of tobacco. Oh, I guess yeah, because the enemies are Russian terrorist cell type things. So, but what's interesting is you are in a tactical kayak, and you have to here. You have to do the kayaking motion. All right. Anyway, so what's interesting about this is there's a lot of our movement things in uh, Meta Oculus. You can turn your headset on to track how much overall calories, fitness, whatever in all of your gaming can be turned on in the thing. And I remember hitting one of my goals while playing this early on. And I never thought that this was exercise. I was playing a game. And what's interesting about this one is you get bonus points for not shooting people, which I thought was interesting too, because you're there not to go around killing, right? You're there to explore, do reconnaissance, but you got to paddle your way through this flooded compound. Anyway, it's just an example of exercise is gaming. I don't know. Somewhere along the line when I was a kid, someone told me, I think it was probably more like high school, that I wasn't any good, and I was pushed. I mean, like really pushed, not in what I would consider a healthy way around exercise. So I didn't fall in love with exercise, like some people fall in love with exercise. I thought track was cool. I was part track, but it was, it was staying after school. I was from a small town, 15 miles away. It just was hard to get to practice and stuff. But, crawling around, fishing, hiking, biking, you know, um, you know, that stuff. I just figured that was, I didn't consider it exercise. I mean, I was born and raised in a world where we didn't even have that language until you're older, and then by then you're got bad habits established. So, shout out to those who you know raise your kids with exercise as part of their life, like it's part of the habit that they are born and raised with. All you moms out there and dads doing yoga and doing the fitness thing and cardio or dance, whatever. I was just like on a farm in the Midwest and just like, where's David? Oh, he's out with the dogs. Time to come eat. And then a lot of food. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of food. The food pyramid was not designed to do anything other than to have diabetes at this age in life or heart conditions or whatever. So I'm still reclaiming that. But anyway, I just wanted to show that. This one, if you're in a wheelchair or you have a mobility issue, but you can still use your arms, right? This one would actually work really, really well. But there's other stuff like there's all the health and fitness equipment that we've been sold throughout our lives, right? There's VR for that. Here, it's distracting me. There's VR for that. So like you could be boating, right? Rowing, or any, on a cycle, they have the screens. Well, what's way better than a screen is a full immersion where you're actually riding in the countryside. You're actually rowing down a lake or a river, all of it. I'm such a fan of technology and empowerment, especially for older folks. Seriously, if you got folks that are in a nursing home or an assisted care facility or a retirement community, man, introduce them to VR and the AR. Probably AR might be safer, so they can do some of the mixed reality stuff until they get their balance reclaimed and stuff. Because as we get older, you can do Tai Chi, but you could also do Tai Chi inside of a game. Anyway, don't sell out older folks is what I'm trying to say. All right, that's about all I wanted to cover today. It's kind of cool having Donna a little bit there to answer some questions, and this is all I've got for this. I've got more content to do for my trading and stuff, which is this stuff. But this is being broadcast to the Optavia Goddesses Facebook channel too. So hope this information was helpful. All right, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your day or your week. I can play some ending music when we exit this, because I totally blew it when I started. But kind of cool. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Whenever you want.